It'd also help if I remember to turn on the microphone, wouldn't it?
It would. It really would.
All right, now let's see if this works. You'll still be seeing most of a black screen if the game is actually showing up in the stream layout, but there will also be what looks like a small little play button in the center there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that?
I can see that.
All right, cool, because do you see it on Twitch, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm still not able to log into Twitch,
Interesting. Let's see if I can...
much to my great irritation.
The weird thing about the app is it doesn't let me view my own stream on mobile, so I can't exactly check if the layout is working properly. But from what I'm seeing, yeah, okay, it is displaying properly. I was wondering if I
Go.
navigated away from the game, it wouldn't display that. So,
Where'd my phone go?
are you ready to go?
Almost. I just have to do that annoying two-factor authentication thing.
I mean, it's annoying, but it also helps protect your account, right? And especially after the you-know-what happened a week or two back.
Yeah, I remember. I was not pleased with having to change my password yet again.
I mean, imagine having to also change your stream key and everything, like updating your password in every single place. Like, it wasn't just Twitch. Like, at that point in time, my Twitch account and my Amazon account had the same password. So I had to go, it's just as well. Those passwords were way too simple anyway. I needed to make them way more complicated.
Email. I need to go to my email. It's like, where's the text? And I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't text me, it emails me. Duh.
So, hey everybody, welcome to the stream, by the way. Technical issues aside, how are you all doing tonight?
Wow.
I am doing fairly well. This has been a pretty productive week in a very unusual way. I have downloaded no less than 7 different apps onto my phone that are going to help keep my life in a little bit more order than I had before. And I have been learning a ton about how to put a little extra money under my belt. Mainly by doing the whole DoorDash thing.
Oh, you've been doing DoorDash?
I haven't yet. I decided to use Friday as a big learning experience, and I've still got a bunch of videos that I still need to get through in order to start doing that. And there are so many things I've learned about doing it properly. Like, in a way that's actually productive to you. I've also, it sent me down this rabbit hole, too, of make sure you have an app on your phone to keep track of miles that you've driven, because technically that's a business expense now, and it is worth a deductible on your taxes at the end of the year.
Hey, where's that checkbox that says remember me?
Should be right under, the login information or something. Or, when you put in the token, you'll have the little checkbox there.
Must have forgotten to do that. Nah, whatever. Stream time now. Boop, boop, boop.
And
hey, guess what today is?
What?
You'll see in a second.
Well, I mean, that also means I have to navigate away from the game.
No, it doesn't. There we go.
Pizza power! I see. I understand completely. Streamiversary indeed. Hey, 24 months! Congratulations on your second Nerd Day.
Woohoo!
What are you going to do to celebrate?
I'm gonna go get a COVID shot.
Right, you need to go deal with that tonight.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't waste any more time then.
Government job. It's required.
I mean, I feel like most people who aren't... I feel like anybody who isn't allergic or has some kind of problems with, like physical medical problems with shots should do it anyway, but...
It is how we got rid... Well, it is how we prevent most of the other extremely dangerous deadly diseases, such
like smallpox and everything.
Smallpox, measles, polio... What's the other one?
I don't know, but are we ready to begin finally?
Yes!
Okay. One thing I'm very interested about in this game is, aside from the premise that it presents on the surface, there seems to be like this weird meta-narrative thing going on. Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing. Ooh, a video game within a video game. How fancy. You even went to Google image search to get yourself some scan lines. I'm impressed.
Actually, I think that's a filter now.
So this was in the demo too. It doesn't let you it doesn't let you choose new game. It just says continue.
Weird.
Yeah, look at that. If I try to choose new game, the screen goes all funny.
Huh. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
An Atari.
A little bit. Just the tiniest bit. I can see where you're coming from, though. Very simple, scan line, CRT kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for an Atari, this is taking a stunningly long amount of time to load.
I know. That was the nicest thing about cartridges.
Hey, everybody. Watch out for flying noodles. Because if you don't do well here, all you get to eat are noodles. Never played Parappa 2?
No. No. I never played Parappa 1.
Another challenger. It has been ages.
I remember this!
Perhaps you have forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card. Now, play your stoat. Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. That was the name of the original proof of concept demo for this, is sacrifices must be made.
And this is almost 1-to-1 with that.
Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn, and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is its attack power. 1. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn. Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies. It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel. I mean, guarantee myself the ability to put a wolf on the field, right? 3. Although, we don't need it, per se, because the stoat will defeat that coyote no matter what.
Hey, squirrel!
Hey. Yes, spooky narrator, I have played Hearthstone before. I remember this from the demo. If you draw from the deck, it's something not all that useful. And he ends up criticizing you on your choice, so I wonder what happens if you just get a squirrel.
Just get the squirrel, because then you can get a wolf.
Oh, doll. Do we really want to sacrifice our stoat? Also, this is a subtle thing. Notice how the stoat is moving and all the other cards aren't.
I did notice that. So...
The wolf demands 2 sacrifices.
I love how they shake like they're scared.
I think I'll draw a squirrel next turn and see if I can.
Aren't you gonna attack?
I mean, yes. But I want to see if I can build it up. Like, I don't want to sacrifice this slot. It can take an attack from another creature, even though I know he doesn't have anything coming down the path here.
Okay.
You know you can play more than one card per turn, right? Because you are learning, I will pass. Again, the choice. A random card from your deck, or the certainty of a squirrel. There we are. 4 damage dealt, 4 weights on the scale.
You win, I think.
You've won this match. They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh, yes. You were lost, deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. Two denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. The caustic adder, damage from its poison bite, is always lethal. The undying cat, sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Only one may grace your paltry deck. What do we take?
The cat?
The guaranteed kill against something, or the ability to just put out a bunch of units more quickly?
Fast units. Definitely the smart one.
Well, here's the other thing, too. If the cat dies, we're in real trouble. And if he's just got a giant unit that even our wolves can't deal with, like a bear or something...
Oh, well, in that case, yeah. Alright, go for the adder.
It's a tough choice. No matter
Flip
what...
a coin!
No matter what it is, it's a tough choice, but I want to see how the adder turns out.
Because didn't you pick cat last time?
Yes, I did. Well, on my personal playthrough when I was doing the demo. Another creature joins your caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle, break in case of emergency. I know, I was trying not to laugh.
A squirrel in a bottle!
And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. 3 is as much as you can carry. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. You didn't sacrifice me? How kind. Maybe you'll help me? Take your turn. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. So we know he's got a wolf cub coming down the road here, behind that boulder. Behold, the rule book. Card bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after 1 turn on the board. So if this wolf cub survives for 1 turn, it'll become a full wolf with 3 attack and 2 health. So we're going to need to have an answer to that in our deck somewhere. We need to have that set up and ready to go when it happens.
Ripper Snapper.
What's up? Oh, it was probably something else that was in our deck that we didn't draw last time. Need I remind you, your items may help. So what do we do here? Do we save... We save the adder for an emergency, right?
You save the adder and you don't sacrifice the stoat.
Here we go. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. Okay, so what do we do?
It looks like you can use Stump and Boulder as shields?
For a little while. They're just kind of there on the board. The boulder will take a while to break through, but that wolf is going to do it eventually. He did 1 damage that turn. If he survives this turn, he'll become a full 1. He'll deal 3 damage to it next turn, and then 3 damage after that, and at that point the boulder's broken, and we have to deal with that wolf. Also, he's got a bat coming our way on this road. The bat is airborne, which, going back to the Hearthstone joke again, yes, this is basically a flying unit. It can attack you directly, but other units will strike an opponent directly even if there is a creature opposing it. I believe my Stoat will still kill it on my turn, though.
It should, yeah.
Like after it's played, so let's... The River Snapper isn't doing enough damage. I want to make sure I have the resources to be able to play something really good first. Let's fish for a... Better to have the resources.
As it stands right now, you can't summon anything.
Yeah.
Don't sacrifice your Stoat.
The airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly.
I like how the card is flapping.
Ha! My bat flew right over your Stoat. Okay, we need to find an answer to that wolf. And there it is. Our own. So now, next turn, we will have 2 squirrels drawn naturally. We'll be able to play them here and then be able to kill his wolf. The bat will already be dead and we'll be winning this match.
We hope.
There we are. Squirrel, squirrel, wolf, right there. Last one's another wolf, right? Yep. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. The young wolf cub, it grows into a wolf after a single turn. The meek sparrow, an inexpensive, if feeble, flying creature. Being able to play a wolf for only 1 sacrifice is not bad. As long as we manage to protect it, that is. And the sparrow will essentially be doing free damage until something hits it back. Also for only 1 sacrifice. What do you think? What's more valuable?
Direct damage. If you're that broken about it, flip a coin.
I don't have my coin. Well, I do have a coin. Give me a second. I have my Shantae doubloon that I got from the Kickstarter way back when.
Perfect.
The thing I'm torn up about when it comes to this, though, is I'm really trying to consider the weight of every single card in here. Because based on the demo, it seems like this is almost weighted against you. And the tutorial is almost weighted against you because it's also designed to teach you that this is a roguelike and that you're going to die. I want to win the matches that it felt like I wasn't supposed to during the demo. I want to see if I can beat this game at its own game now that I know more things. Also, hey, Lena. Yes, actually, I have been very, very well. Been getting a lot of work done, and that feels real good. I've got 15 pending auditions on ACX right now, so
Nice.
based on my odds so far, surely one of them is going to get back to me, right?
I should hope so.
All right, I'll leave this up to the coin, though. Heads, we take the wolf cub. Tails, we take the sparrow, even though I'm kind of leaning towards the wolf cub. It came up tails. We're taking the sparrow. Which, I'm curious what would have happened if I took the cub, because of this that's gonna happen here. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. So, okay. One is our adder, the other is our sparrow. Now, basically what this is, if you haven't figured it out already, we choose one card to be the sacrifice and something else for it to be sacrificed to. The card that is basically eating the card that you sacrifice will gain its abilities. So
in that case, you should definitely sacrifice the sparrow.
Because whatever it is will start flying?
Yeah.
You know coin flips are biased, right? Are they? I'm curious to hear this. Hey, you finally got a job. Nice. Pick me. You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host.
Pick me.
What an honor. A ghastly spectacle. But the soul of the sparrow now lives in the stoat.
Interesting.
Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. What's coming down the road here? We've got a bat and a coyote. Both of these are bad. Like, both of those are really bad.
Too bad you can't sacrifice one of his cards.
I mean, I haven't read all of the rule book here.
You should do that.
There are some interesting, different ones in here. Have you forgotten the items I gave you? Tisk, tisk.
You may want to... That's not how you spell tisk. It's T-S-K.
Coin flips are more likely to land at whatever the face upside was. Oh, because there's a little more material that makes it up or something? Or it makes up the tail side?
No, it just has to do with the physics of a coin flip. The way that it balances.
Many lives. When a card bearing this sigil is sacrificed, it does not perish. If a creature would attack a card bearing this sigil, it does not. Worthy sacrifice. A card bearing this sigil is counted as 3 blood rather than 1 when sacrificed. Mighty leap. Card bearing this sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. What?
Oh.
Something happened in this book. What is that? Is that tape?
Looks like it. A card bearing this sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil.
Yeah. That's what I just read. Bifurcated strike. A card bearing this sigil will strike each opposing space to the left and right of the space across from it. I'll read the rest of these another time. Right now we got to figure out how to deal with this coyote and this bat.
Well, first things first. You have free squirrels.
I do.
Use one.
Should I? Because I know what's coming next. Remember how I said bears are down the road?
Oh, right.
I think the tutorial is deliberately trying to trick you into wasting all of your free resources now so that you're not ready for that next battle.
As I recall, doesn't the item, one of those items you don't want to use, right?
So that'd be the pliers. They can tip the scales in your favor, but you will always pay a price.
Yep. If I recall, the price is rather steep.
Depends on which implement you use. The shears, I know, are definitely a problem. No, that's for if you spin the coin, that it'll more likely land side down because it's heavier. Gotcha.
I mean... So the best coin to use for a coin flip is a penny blank?
Back on the board. Alright, so I'm committed to this choice now.
Yep, flying unit cards flap. They hover a little bit above the board, they flap. That's so cool.
I see that, yeah.
I love it.
I love the polish that goes into this game, yeah. Okay, so we will deal 1 damage. He'll deal 2 in return, so he'll be leading by 1. We'll have to draw a squirrel on our next turn.
Can you draw one this turn?
No, because technically our draw was getting our initial hand from the deck.
Oh. Well, then ring that bell.
My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. Oh! Oh, it flies over even another flying creature. Oh, that's a problem.
Wait. What?
I thought they canceled each other out, but no, it seems like Mighty Leap is the only thing that stops a flying creature. They can't block each other. Okay, so that's an interesting little twist.
Indeed.
I think I'm gonna open one of those squirrels now, because I need to get rid of both of his units, and all I have is wolves. But at least I've got one for later.
Bing.
What?
Oh! Look.
What?
I think because they're both flying creatures, they're not damaging each other.
Like, right, okay, so flying just always goes for the opponent.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the scales are...
Not in your favor.
It's 4 for him right now. This turn I will gain 1, 2, 3, 4, so it'll be evened out again. So even taking 3, I'll still be fine. And then I can draw a squirrel next turn, eat his pup, and we'll be good. You're 4 damage away from winning.
Wait. Can you move your stoat?
I can't. Once they're on the board, you can't swap them over to another space, unfortunately.
So how are you gonna kill that coyote?
I don't think we do. We just have to out-damage him, pretty much.
Huh. Wow. That's gonna be a pain.
Impressive.
Or not.
You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood.
Well, we are in the middle of a forest, aren't we?
The monstrous grizzly. Its form speaks enough of its efficacy. The conniving raven, a blight upon the skies. The reviled skunk, its stench reduces the strength of the enemy.
But it can't attack.
The creature opposing a card bearing this sigil loses 1 power. So it's basically just a meat shield for a little bit. Kinda want that bear. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it'll be hard to summon, but it'll be well worth it.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's a lot of squirrels.
Tanky boy.
Either that or we have to sacrifice some of the things we already have on the field. But, like, 4 damage is almost a win by itself.
Almost.
If we've got a particularly bad feeling about a fight, we can just, like, pop one of our pop our last squirrel. And then get him on the board, like, turn 2. Alright, so now we have a choice to make. We can either go to this campfire, or we can go to another, like, stone sigil in the woods and pass on traits from one creature to another.
Actually, That's... If you can pass the adder's trait on to something with a little bit more health.
You're thinking... Like, what if we end up being able to pass it on to the grizzly?
Go for it.
Okay, we'll go for it. I know I haven't shown off the campfire yet, but... Yeah, the adder's the only one we can sacrifice. So who gets it? Oh, man. That'd be interesting if we pass it on to the river snapper. Because that solves the adder's main drawback. Like, the damage doesn't matter at that point because we're always killing whatever it fights, and it has a huge chunk of health that it has to get through if it wants to kill the snapper at that point. So he's just kind of throwing enemies against a flaming wall of hoping that eventually it'll break.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! Do it! Nice.
Alright. What's the encounter we've got?
Looks like a boss fight.
There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent or I will tear you to shreds. Up, there it is. There it is. I was afraid that thing was going to show up.
Good thing you have something that can counteract it.
Yep. Got a river snapper. It's gonna take 4 damage if we place it down immediately, but
yeah.
Okay. There we go. And next turn we draw a squirrel so that we can play our stoat.
Poor Stoat looks so depressed.
Well, it's because that thing, whatever you call this guy, whoever we're playing against, basically threatened whatever. I wouldn't even call it a life at this point, just being stuck in the card.
No life to speak of.
Oh, look at this. He's got another bear coming down this way. This
You'll
spot?
manage.
You sure? Sure as I'm gonna be. Ugh. Okay. We're in trouble. We officially have a problem.
Which is?
That bear is going to do 4 damage to us next turn unless I block it with a squirrel. But we need that squirrel to start playing a wolf. What's more valuable? Okay, if I block it this turn's... If I just... No, because the sparrow is also going to be adding in, so it's not an equivalent exchange if I just keep placing squirrels down. It's not a sustainable strategy. Eventually, he will out-damage me, and there's nothing I'm going to be able to do. It's going to hurt at first, but I think I need to wait for the wolf. Because this tree is going to disappear next turn. Okay, hang on. 2... Okay. We're 2 up right now. Once the stoat attacks, will be 3. This will put it in 1 in favor of him. Next turn, we'll have the wolf on the field, so we'll deal 4 back, and we'll be at 1. 1 positive. The grizzly bear will put it at -3, and then we can just keep blocking with squirrels, I think. Okay.
Is that base of that... Is that made of paws?
Made of what?
Paws! Like, you know, things on the bottom of an animal's legs?
Oh, look at that. It kind of looks like it is, isn't it? And the bell almost looks like a turtle. That's kind of clever, actually.
It's very clever.
All right.
I thought the top of the scale looked like a jawbone, honestly.
Squirrel. 1, 2.
Woofy boy.
Okay. Oh, that time it ate the sparrow.
Remember, it's not flying.
Shit.
You dead.
You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. So this is the, oh right, there's more to this than just the game. You are stuck in this cabin with whoever this is. And he is watching you constantly from those shadows. There's all kinds of little things in here. That wolf trapped in that cage.
Where?
Well, little wolf statue here. Then there's this. Just all kinds of little devices. A picture, a clock, whatever this is.
It's an empty frame. Or a picture of nothing. Not sure. I wonder if he'll crab at you if you take too long.
Bring it here. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we?
Oh my.
Do we go for more items eventually, or find out what the campfire does? Because the backpack is down here. Either way, we get another card to add to our deck. Extra squirrels was kind of useful. But I'm going to go for the campfire. I don't know what types of items I'm going to get. The watchful bullfrog. It leaps in the way of attacking flyers.
Ooh.
The proud wolf, a vicious contender. The stalwart snapper, a near impenetrable defense. You know, unless it's facing a grizzly.
You know, I've actually seen a video of a grizzly who found a snapping turtle and started messing with it. Until it realized that it wasn't a rock, it was a snapping turtle, and it just bolted. Snapping turtles are much like swans in the nature world. As soon as you realize what it is, you don't mess with it.
You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warn one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire. That will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. That would make our stoat a lot stronger.
Yeah, stoat's only got a power of 1, right?
Yeah, we're basically adding 1 attack to it. To whatever we put by the fire here.
Well, River Snapper doesn't need any attack, because whatever it attacks dies. So, stoat seems to be the best option. Also, you know, the sentient card.
The fire warmed the poor stoat, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the stoat away from the fire and left. And now, this. Get ready for a boss fight.
You mean your second boss fight?
The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Hee-haw! 'Twas the prospector! He's doing the prospector again? Easy, boss. The mule's key. The mule, huh? 5 health. How can I do that as quickly as possible?
Snapper.
Well, yes. Do I really want to? It's only 2 damage. I can spend a turn on this. Hey, don't worry about it, Lena. Take care of life and whatever you need to do. Okay. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Okay, so every turn the pack mule will keep moving left or right. It's got a wolf cub coming down that way. Yeah, okay. Squirrel, squirrel, and a river snapper. Let's hope this was the right decision. We got a bunch of cards. Dagnabbit, my mule!
Nice!
Oh, but we died.
What?
More gold for me! Right, I didn't do the math right. The coyote did 2 damage on the first turn, and then he was gonna do another 3 on the next. That's the 5 that we needed.
Whoops.
God damn it! I wanted to beat.
Calm down. Take a breath. This is a roguelike.
You aren't dead yet. Yep, that's not the point. It's like I played enough of them at this point that it's just a challenge to try and beat them on the first shot. Like, you've taken enough skills from the other ones that it's like, okay, I can just get through this now. Especially because, you know, I played the demo, and I should have known this was going to happen. I feel exceedingly stupid right now.
Why? You're not psychic.
You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please, choose a card to draw the cost from. A cost of 3 blood from the grizzly. And another. This time I'll use its power and health, the numbers. Three power and 2 health from the wolf. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. A sigil of mighty leap from the bullfrog. I never did ask your name. There is now but one final matter. The portrait. Are you ready? You do not need to smile. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes, for any reason. Rattler, coming next turn. If I play the Stoat, it'll just get eaten by that snake. But it also does a crap ton of damage, so I need to put something in its way. I see what they want me to do here. They want me to place the squirrel, sacrifice it for the Stoat to do damage. The Rattler eats it. Then 2 of my creatures have died, and now I can play the opossum.
Or, you could just kill 2 squirrels.
From the death of your creature, you've gained a bone. You will not lose this until it is spent, or the battle ends. Here we go. That's all I needed. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. That one's mine, is it? That safe is moving an awful lot.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, and look at this. Squirrel and bullfrog. Why are those in there? Did I just accomplish that much in the last round?
Wait, why does that clock have 3 hands?
One is for the seconds, I guess?
No, look at it again.
Huh.
See?
Yeah, and they are all different lengths too, aren't they?
They are. Oh, you can mess with it. I wonder if you can mess with the safe.
No, you can. You can mess with just about anything in this cabin. It's just I don't know the combination yet. I can place it back down again.
I'm reminded of that one video of the viewpoint of an NPC when you're just screwing around. Like, and there was one specifically of Lydia, your house Carl in Whiterun, where she's just watching you throw things around the room because you can't set things down or pick things up without flinging them.
The Unkillable Cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying.
Ooh.
So we've got a whole bunch of bone creatures here. None of them seem to be particularly strong. Also, I think it says a lot about our opponent that he had enough bones to play that many freaking coyotes right away during his own turns. Let's see. I'm also wondering about these silhouettes in the corner here. Like, I've seen these on a lot of the other cards. I think it just indicates what type of creature they are. Like, this is a snake, this is an insect, this is a canis type of creature, because they interact with different totems in different ways. Well, I don't... In all the games we've played so far, I don't think many more than 4 creatures have died in total. I don't think we're ever going to have enough bones to get a Rattler out on the field. It is essentially a free creature that... You have to think about it that way. It's a type of creature that we can play without having to use squirrels or sacrificing something else that's on the board. And that's big. All right. You know, you're free to get up again, to keep your blood flowing. I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions. That's why it had that little speck of paper on here earlier. Look what I just found. Mine. Do I want to do that now, though? Because if I remember correctly, this adds an extra card into your deck. It's a fresh run. We want as many resources as possible, right?
You found the combination already?
Yeah, it was in the rule book.
Oh.
Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape that iron crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? This madness must end.
Put that away. And we found a key. What does the key go to? The door?
The clock.
No such luck.
The cage. Or maybe it's that big shiny keyhole over here.
Heh. Oh, I see. Doing 5 damage total, huh?
Does this allow you to mess with the...
I forgot that I had put that there. Very well. You may add it to your deck, and I'll deal you one every so often. A skink, huh? I want to check the rule book on that.
If it works like real skink, it loses its tail before it actually takes any damage.
Well, let's see here. It should be in the rules here somewhere. Frozen away. When a card bearing this sigil perishes, the creature inside is released in its place. Trinket Bearer. When a card bearing this sigil is played, you will receive a random item as long as you have less than 3. When a card bearing this sigil perishes, the creature opposing it perishes as well. A pelt is created in your hand. Amorphous. When a card bearing this sigil is drawn, this sigil is replaced with another sigil at random. Title Lock. At the beginning of its owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will pull small creatures like squirrels into its orbit? What?
Don't ask.
Moonstrike.
Okay, I think they're just messing with you now.
I wonder if they intentionally put some weird ones in here, or if this game is going to go into some very, very strange places, like this guy being an alien.
I mean, I can believe it. Did you see that prospector mask?
Card bearing this sigil will strike each opposing space that is occupied by a creature. It will strike directly if no creatures oppose it. Leader. Creatures adjacent to a card bearing this sigil gain 1 power. Bellist. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a chime is created on each empty adjacent space. A chime is defined as 0 power, 1 health. Stinky. The creature opposing a card bearing this sigil loses 1 power. Ants. The value represented with this sigil will be equal to the number of ants that the owner has on their side of the table. Oh no. Mirror realm? The power and equilibrium. Interesting. There's one ability they aren't telling us about. They're not telling us about Bell Ring either.
Well, I know what the skink does.
There's so many. Boon of the Ambidextrous. You may draw twice at the beginning of your turn. Boon of the Magpie's Eye. When you draw from your deck, you may choose any card in your deck to draw. Boon of Goat's Blood. You will start a battle with a black goat on the board. Boon of the Forest. You can gain boons? Just like passive abilities that make you stronger? How do you get those? I want
By
those.
reaching a certain amount of progress, I assume.
You'll start a battle with grand furs on all of your spaces. Give you time to actually build up a defense or like a hand of squirrels or something.
Mm-hmm.
Boon of the Bone Lord. You will start a battle with 8 bones. Nice. You'll start each battle with one minor boon of the Bone Lord. 1 extra bone. Harpy's... Oh, wait. Are they... Yeah, these are items now. Harpy's Birdleg Fan. To the user, your creatures will attack as though they have the Airborne Sigil this turn. Fishhook. Hook one of my cards and take it as your own. You must have an empty space on your side to receive it.
Bone Lord says in Saints Row.
The Bone Zone. Frozen Opossum Bottle. A frozen opossum is created in your hand. A frozen opossum is defined as 0 power, 5 health, and frozen away.
Which means that when 5 health goes to 0 health, you get an opossum on the field.
Black Goat Bottle. Defined as 0 power, 1 health, and worthy sacrifice. That's interesting. If we get that boon that just creates a goat on the black goat on the field at the start of every battle, we could just basically play a grizzly right away. It's like that strategy
yes.
I had with the bottled squirrels, but even better. And yeah, that is true if I actually have it in my hand. Also, I don't like what this is hinting at. I really don't like what this is hinting at. If you've ever seen the movie Witch, you know why. Failure. To the user, nothing will happen. This bottle of goo has no use. I wonder. I can't help but wonder now. Failure. Just eyes and a mouth in the middle of darkness, huh? Oh, crap. I gotta go all the way through again. Hourglass. To the user, your adversary will entirely skip their next turn. Holy crap, items are useful. I should have taken one of those last time. Hoggy Bank. To the user, you will immediately gain 4 bones. Pliers. To the user, you will place a weight on the scales. The pain is temporary. Scissors. To the user, you may cut up one of your adversary's cards. It is destroyed. Special Dagger. To the user, you will place a weight on the scales. The pain is temporary. Squirrel in a bottle. Boulder in a bottle. Rabbit Hole. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a rabbit is created in your hand. A rabbit is defined as 0 power and 1 health. Bees Within. Why are bees just some of the most inherently funny animals out there? Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. A bee is defined as 1 power, 1 health, and airborne. Played or struck? That's an interesting difference. Sorry, you were trying to say something?
They look funny when they fly.
It might also be Nicolas Cage's fault.
Possibly.
Oh, they're in my eyes. Sprinter, we've seen that one before. Touch of Death, we've seen that one. Fledgling. Dam Builder. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a dam is created on each empty adjacent space. 0 power and 2 health. Hoarder.
How much you want to bet that's a beaver?
Definitely. Seinfeld and Nicolas Cage both. I'm not familiar with the Seinfeld skit that has to do with bees. Clue me in. I'm curious. The card bearing this sigil is played. You may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. Burrower. When an empty space would be struck, a card bearing this sigil will move to that space to receive the strike instead. A lot of these require a lot of forethought and pre-planning. I like it.
I gotta go.
Oh, right. You have a thing to get to. I'm sorry.
I do. I will be back.
Okay.
So.
Talk to you a little later.
Yep.
Fecundity. When a card bearing this sigil is played, a copy of it is created in your hand. There it is. We finally found Loose Tail, and right after she had to leave, too. Seinfeld was part of the beam. Right, how did I forget that? You like jazz? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. When a card bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. Huh, a tail. What is a tail worth, I wonder? Does it lose the sigil after that happens once, or can I just place it on the left and it's a moving wall? Corpse Eater. If a creature that you own perishes by combat, a card bearing this sigil in your hand is automatically played in its place. Ooh. So just a way to immediately fill up your field again. Buy yourself some time. Bone King. 4 bones are awarded instead of 1. Waterborne. A card bearing this sigil submerges itself during its opponent's turn. While submerged, opposing creatures attack its owner directly. Interesting. So they'd have to be very strong to make up for that. They don't take damage, so they're basically just going to stay there on the field no matter what. Unkillable. Sharp Quills. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing this sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. Ant Spawner. When a card bearing this sigil is played, an ant is created in your hand. When opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, a card bearing this sigil will move to that empty space. Ah. Airborne, many lives. All right, we've seen everything. Moonstrike. I'm stuck on that one. Moonstrike. Huh. All right, so that's just going to block it. I think what they want me to do here, I remember this from the demo. What they want me to do here is they want me to, ooh. Oh, that one's just stuck in place. If it's hit, it'll just move to the right, yeah? All right, but what if I... Okay, so that's 4. How do I get it up to 5? There we go. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well. I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challengers. Oh, there's even more puzzles. Yeah. Gimme. Equal to the number of ants on the field, huh? Let's see here. Oh, so okay. That guy's stuck there. He can't be moved to my side, so we have to deal with at least one of those guys. But he can't, but neither of these can move to the right. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage, doesn't go through. That's blocked. That does, and that'll be the 4 damage? Interesting. This is just basically testing you to see if you understand the rules properly. What if I just leave it like this? No reason to leave that there, right? Why only 4 is my question. Oh, because this has to... But what if I... Okay, so that means there will be 3 ants on the field. No, this guy's gonna... No, wait, he flies right over the thing with the tail. Okay, so that'll be 2 and then 3. Aha! Yes! Curious. A caged wolf? Whoa, whoa, whoa. 6 health? What was that? Caged... Do I want to know what's in this last one? Okay, here we go. Bifurcated strike. We have to deal with this this guy once again. And that's just 2. Okay, so 1, 2. No, we can't. Ah, but this guy will clear that dude out. So he can't move to the right. But then this guy will clear that out, so this guy has a straight shot, yeah? No. Okay, where's the problem in my logic? Okay, 1, 2. But it also hits this guy. And then this guy hits 1. So that should be 2 damage. Oh. That's slightly better at 3. What am I missing? What's the part of this I don't get? What is the part of this that I don't understand? Clearly, there's something I'm missing here. Why would it give me the option to move this guy in the way? What's the purpose of that? Why do I need to clear up this spot on my field? I wonder. As I thought. Because only these 2 are going to be able to hit anything. That guy's stuck no matter what. I can't replace him with this porcupine or whatever it ends up being. What am I not getting? I think more than anything, I'm just trying to kill this guy so he doesn't move over the... Ah! Oh, we're so close. Yes! Yes! Huh? Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. In time, you will understand its power. I see her. A caged wolf, huh? That doesn't look like a world globe. Something else I'm missing here? Oh. Why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? I feel like I shouldn't have done that. I really feel like I shouldn't have done that. Interesting. Wait, is it just collecting up there in that? Hang on. There's got to be something I'm missing here. All the smoke collected inside there. Nothing in that, but does that change the results inside one of these? Is there something that's been unlocked now that that's full of smoke? No, not so easy. There's some part of this I'm not understanding. A caged wolf. So if that thing dies in combat, does it free this dude from his prison? Having met her. A squirrel, huh? The curious knife. and a bullfrog. And my opponent's field has to be entirely empty. I think I see what that's trying to tell me. Put a squirrel in that spot and a bullfrog in the other. If I get the chance to make that happen, I will. All right. A rock may get you out of a hard place. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. Choose one. His head moves to look at the item I'm choosing. That's a stalling tactic if my opponent plays something especially nasty. That's basically if I want to do a whole bunch of damage in one turn. Yeah. Feeling overburdened enough with a full 3 items, you carried on.
You again. Indeed, our friend freed me.
Well, I basically told them how to do it. Oh, right, the stoat does do that.
You got a plan? We have another friend here.
You've got to be... I wouldn't call him a friend, but I suppose we are in deep this time. No bullfrog. We can't pull it off this turn. Wolf cub, huh? If I play the stink bug there, he wouldn't even be able to attack me at all. But we don't have enough bones to pull it off, sadly. Suppose the only correct choice. Okay. Ah! What is that? Alpha. Right, the leader trait, so everything next to it is going to get stronger. Don't like that being on the field. No, I want that to go away. How do I kill that as fast as possible? Oh, right. The worker ant. I have to sacrifice something to put it on the field, but... it's better than everything else he's got being stronger. Is there a way to sell items to get rid of the things that I don't want? Man, it feels like a waste to get rid of it this early, but... I'd hit it, and then it would... I think I made a mistake here. Because it's going to be able to put out 1 damage on the scale, but then it will lose the trades later. Well, at the very least, back in the game. Whatever ends up in that slot, its bonus from the leader is going to be completely canceled out. Skink. I think we've actually got this. Nice. Please give me a bullfrog. An inviolable beehive. When it is attacked, you will draw a bee. Bullfrog? Ha! There they are. I'll take the frog. I see what they want me to do here. Ooh, that path is going to lead us to something bad. That's another totem that we have to deal with, and I'm not sure what the reward is. We'd get an item, but I like the idea of buffing up one of my creatures, too. What's in our deck that... Nah. Items are really strong. Thank you, I'll take that squirrel. It's me. Ooh, sparrows. Not fun. Hey, wait! We can pull this off. Squirrel. Squirrel. The bullfrog was on the right, right? Yup, something fundamental just happened in the world around me. Something just changed. Of course, that doesn't help me at all in this current battle. In fact, that was a pretty suboptimal play I just did. Total misplay. Did you judge me? You're so good at playing this game, why don't you do it? Oh boy. Oh boy. Hachimama. That's a biggie. He's got a skunk coming down that way, but that's not really a threat to anybody. Oh man. Oh man. I really want to wait for the squirrel, don't I? I know what you're thinking. Things look kind of bad right now, but... Power in numbers. The Ant's Creed. Huh. Flipping the bones. We could sacrifice something for the sake of this, but... why bother at this point? We're out damaging him. Might as well wait for the squirrel. I see the way this is going. I concede. You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. It might actually be worth to finish this match the slow way. Because we're doing 1, 2, 3 damage this turn, right? But the thing is, we actually get reward if we manage to over-damage him. Let me see if I can display what I mean by that. 1, 2, 3. Got a wolf. Okay, so now we just want to do as much damage as possible. So sacrificing that ant queen will actually be beneficial to us here. Watch what I mean. How brutal of you. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in your spoils. A name we haven't heard yet. Who exactly is the trapper? Caged wolf. No attack value and no way to increase it either. But what and like there's no sigil, so it doesn't do anything if it dies. But I have a feeling we want to put it on the field anyway, because I want to know what happens if we free it from its cage. You must make a different kind of choice now. Choose not a specific beast, but decide the cost that you wish to pay. Let's see. Well, we've got a lot of 1 costs. We've got some bone creatures here. I think it's time we start adding a heavy hitter into this deck. 2 blood, 3 blood, and a certain number of bones. I'm curious if there's any more 3 blood creatures other than the grizzly. A random card with a cost of 3. What were you expecting? Right.
The choice is yours. Marvelous. I'll go.
If he gets an ability, what type of ability would we want to give to him? Ant spawner. When it's played, an ant is created in your hand. Is there a way to pass off that ability to something that can be played even faster?
Am I your choice?
What happens if we give a sigil to something that already has a sigil? Does it overwrite the sigil it's got? It's too bad we don't have anything with flying in this deck, right? Because if we did, we could pass it off to that grizzly. And then that would be basically our game plan moving forward. Pass off the skink's ability to not die. What are we going to get the most value out of with it being on the field? What's something that just keeps paying off the longer it sticks around? We could just make an absolutely invincible grizzly. I also just noticed the opossum and the grizzly don't have any of these special, like, creature markers here. They don't have a specific type, so if there's any effects that boost them up. The stoat doesn't either, I just noticed. Is it worth it to go for the high-cost cards, though? Well, no matter what, I think we should give it to the... I think we should sacrifice a bullfrog. Because we've got 2 of them, and we don't need them both. Should pass off this ability to something a little heftier. Like, say... perhaps... something with a little health under it. Turn it from a 1/3/1 cost... a 1/2/1 cost into a 1/3/1 cost. Well, if push comes to shove, this will end with the creature being pretty much exactly the same. If it doesn't get both abilities, this is a learning process. We still don't understand everything that goes down in this game, so I want to see this just to learn if I get both effects or just the one. Aha! It is an additional effect. Right. Is there a point going for battles with totems? Because usually in games like this, you get a reward if you manage to beat them. I don't remember if we got something for beating the totem last time. I kind of want to try it. We do still have that fan if we run into a really big problem. But the trapper's also right after this. And I just kind of want some extra teeth to be able to spend at his shop. Alright. Yeah, we'll play it simple for now. We don't have the queen in our hand yet. I don't want to put the ant out there just for him to immediately get destroyed. The river otter. Damn. That thing's just basically going to sit there and be an annoyance. So there's no point trying to contest that spot. Get out of here. Shoo. Playing a card game over here, do you mind? He'll take 2 damage, but he'll beat the coyote. If I put him there. Or do I want to save up for the wolf? I put him there for now just to get rid of the coyote. And the next turn, I think, unfortunately, we'll have to sacrifice him so that we'll start winning this damage race. It's coming in behind him. Another coyote? He's just gonna die if I don't do anything. And there's another one coming in behind him. Be 1, 2, 3 damage versus the 3 the wolf is doing. So we just be balancing each other out pretty much. If I put him anywhere else, he'd kill the coyote, but then he'd kill me. Would at least be even. What happens to his other coyote if I don't get rid of this one? Does it just sit there in the wings waiting to come out onto the board? Or does it specifically have to go into that spot? Squirrel. Am I too short-sighted in this game? That's something I wonder about a lot. If I'm only thinking about the turn ahead of me and not what is coming down the line. For instance, is it worth playing this ant now? Just to tag some extra damage down here and start pushing the scale in my favor? Or do I draw from my deck next turn and see if I get something better to spend this squirrel on? Because this thing will die in 2 turns if I just leave it here, but it will be able to get some damage out on this guy now. Let's find out if this is a bad idea or not. Right, that's 4 damage coming my way every turn. Ah, but I got a coyote of my own now. An ant queen. We'd get an extra ant in our hand. 3 health. Taking 3 damage, and we're only dealing 2 in return. We're slowly losing this fight if we don't figure something out here. What else is in my deck? What have we not played yet? We got the Coyote. Are there any other Bones cards that we got this game? The Stink Bug, right. We put the Stink Bug. If we just happen to draw the Stink Bug, we'll be able to delay his otter from doing anything. It's a skink. That's still not bad. It's still not terrible. I just wish I had a squirrel to put down with it. Okay. Let's do this. It's hard to call it cowardly. No, let's save that. I play the because if I play the squirrel, then I have to put the ant queen there, but then we get another ant in our hand, and that'll leave me with 2 strength 2 creatures on the field. Of course, the skink is going to die next turn if I don't do something with it. Replace it with something a little hardier. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. One extra tooth. Not bad. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. Care to look at me pelts? Take a pelt, free of charge. See the quality? You're leaving already? Please, consider me pelts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're short of the golden one. We can take the wolf pelt. We can take that at least. All right. Yeah. Should walk away with at least something valuable. All right, time to go. Thanks for your business. Man assured you of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight, but he mentioned the trader further down the path would reward you for them. Now we have another choice to make. Do we power up a single creature with either health or attack to get ourselves ready for the prospector? And if so, what would we power up? Probably the ants, right? The ant queen, most likely. That seems to be my most effective strategy so far. Or just boosting up something that we can play quickly. Then again, one more item. It could be something like another squirrel. It could be we just cut up one of his cards. If we get the scissors, we can just kill the pack mule instantly and get a massive board presence right away. Or do we sacrifice something? No, there's no good effects to pass on, huh? Not really. I think going for the item is the right call here.
Some bone tokens for a rainy night.
That could be really useful. If we just happen to draw something that we need to play but can't right now, that'd be good. That's kind of a roundabout way of having a free squirrel.
Uh-oh. My boss battles are high-stakes tests of your aptitude. With one flame, you will either overcome them or die. Fear not. I will let you keep the smoke. Oh. The incessant clank, clank, clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure.
'Twas the prospector! Yeehaw!
So strange. Why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the flash.
So these guys also had something like that happen to them.
The smoke.
Wait, I can play both of these guys right away and then get an ant queen on the field immediately. I'd still have to draw a squirrel next turn, but... Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, it's not time yet. But if we bust this open, then we've got a plan, and a hope, and a prayer. I'm gonna put the stink bug there.
Good play.
Okay. Wait, I believe I could have done this slightly differently. Because the smoke would have been sacrificed, and then I would have been able to play the bug anyway. Alright. Okay, that was a bit of a misplay, but this still works out the way I want it to. Because we're one ahead. He only hits us for one. And then we get a squirrel. Okay, and now... Smoke. Squirrel. Ant Queen.
So many bones.
Okay. Only 1 HP for now. Well, only 1 attack for now, but... We've also got this squirrel and a worker ant. Alright, now we have a ton of bones still on the field, so we could play this coyote at literally any time. Okay. Now we can start fishing through our deck for other things that we might need in the future. We're gonna beat that wolf cub. We're not gonna kill the pack mule yet, but we've got a solid board here to work with. Alright, he loses his first life. I forget what he does.
I hope you didn't think it would be that easy.
There's gold in them cards! Ah! All of them? Gold! I've struck gold! Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. He has bloodhounds now.
Oh, but we've got something impressive of our own.
Get him! Okay, that thing has 3 health. Okay, we need to just stall him with the coyote and whatnot for a little bit. He's got an adder on the field. This'll kill the bloodhound. I hope you all see what I'm trying to do here. The adder's gonna wipe out that gold nugget, and what's my plan for when it hits? I'd say that's a pretty good plan. Oof. What happens if he gets all his gold, I wonder? Do I want to find out? God, it's... Okay. This is about unlocking all my options here. Can you hear it? It's like... It's trying to escape! That's creepy! Uncage them and...
What was that?
Oh, nothing, just your demise. Ah! Adder gets put there. There's our skank. Sure, I can spend a squirrel on that to get rid of that thing. I don't need him having snakes anymore.
Nice. Mine!
Dag nabbit! An elk? Fearsome but flighty, right? That's the description of that one? What do we got to work with on the field currently? What's the scale looking like? Okay. How do I maximize the damage I do to this guy? Huh, there's one of our pelts. Takes up space in your deck. Absolutely useless in a fight, like you said. And if it gets broken, it's gone forever, I assume. But... 2, 3, 4... Now I want to figure out how to do as much damage to this guy as possible. If I put a bear there, that's 1, 2, 3. We'll have him there. Can use the alpha to boost him up by 1, and then 2 because of its own strength. Will I have enough left for the elk? I think I will. I think I can do this.
You need to draw a card first.
Sure, maybe I'll get something even stronger out of here. Not quite, but... Hey, thanks for being here, Lena. I'm glad she could show up for this, and good luck. I'm sending you all the luck in the universe, and I hope everybody else in chat does as well. Oh, hey, Icicle. I think... Ah, yeah, I was in a call by myself there for a little bit. Uno momento. Hello? Can you hear me? Meow?
Meow.
There you are. that I knew that's all it took.
Yeah, no, for whatever reason, it was muted when I came in. Don't ask. Anyway, I'm not magnetic. I still can't Yeah, I had the same reaction with the guy who was in the waiting room who said that to me.
Oh my god, you are the last one I expected to say that.
Yeah, well, I figured it'd get you. Anyway, not magnetic. I still can't tell my right from my left. I can still see in color, and yeah, no, just and me. It hurt a little. It's fine now.
You ready to see me absolutely destroy the Prospector?
Oh, please.
Because this is 8 damage coming his way.
Gold nugget, what's that?
It's something he created on my field after... Because see how he has 2 lives, much like I do?
Yeah?
Once the first one disappeared, he killed everything on my field and turned them into gold nuggets.
Oh. So were you able to do anything with the gold nuggets, or do they just sit there?
I don't know what happens if he gets all of them, but I don't want to find out.
Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet.
Ugh. Ooh.
You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card.
Ooh.
Choose carefully. I have no words for this freak of nature.
A long elk. What? It keeps moving, but it also kills whatever it hits, and it only costs bones.
Yep. No words for that freak of nature. Flip over the other 2.
The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it? Poor abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try?
That's a dragon.
That is. Wow, what choices. Things just, I think a lot of these are just going to be cryptids.
I believe that is correct.
There's probably hidden potential in every single one of these cards, and you know what? I'm curious about the dragon.
Me too. You know the lore about dragons and not dying, right?
No, actually.
So it is said that a dragon hides its heart outside of its body so that no matter how injured it may become, it cannot die. So long as
Oh,
its heart remains intact.
so it's sort of like a lich in its phylactery.
Sort of. But not quite. Because it isn't undead.
With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards.
Also, that is, you think that's where they got the idea for Paper Mario? Tubba Blubba?
Yes.
The rank smell of rot and mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands.
Hang on just a moment. What's this, then? What? What did I just... Huh? I have a potted plant now?
You have a what?
I pulled a potted... so there was a certain board layout in the picture here. It was the right 2 spaces on my field, I needed a squirrel and then a bullfrog. And I did that.
Oh, now I see it.
And now I have a potted plant. I don't know where this goes. Let me find a home for this.
Hey, the cage broke.
Yes, it did. But my hands are already full, so I can't put it down. I don't know where this goes.
Well...
Oh. There we are. I can put it there for now.
On the barrel? That works.
Now, what do I do with you? Where do I put this? Not in the... So I freed a caged wolf.
You finally pried my special dagger from the paws of that squirrel, though you may wish you hadn't.
That was one of the items.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere else I can place this plant? In the place where the cage was before, I guess. Hey, wait a minute. Teeth! I see. So I could buy things with those later. I'm gonna regret wasting all of my free resources early, aren't I?
Hey, you're having fun, right?
Is there something about this table that I can only see from certain angles? I'm just considering something when I'm facing it. But what happens if I'm looking at it from a different way? If I pull a James and the Giant Peach, as it were. That's almost every mystery in this place solved. The only one I don't know anything about is this clock.
Well,
What
it's
was
always
that,
5 o'clock somewhere. Did you try 5 o'clock?
5. It's the minute hand is the second hand is the really long one, right? There, it's 5 o'clock here. It doesn't do anything, but it makes me feel better. Can't walk into the wall, it seems. I don't think there's anything I can click here either, but I'm going to hover over just to be sure. Yep, this is just a dark wall with nothing in it. That one's only for card doodling. I'll let you use that, but not now. What's all this stuff down here under the safe and whatnot? Can I get a closer look at that? Nothing down there, it looks like. Still can't open this door. I don't know what those flashing lights are out there. Mysteries upon mysteries, and no answers to any of them yet. Well, without some kind of indication of what the clock does, or how to solve that puzzle, it's probably staring me right in the face. It's somewhere in here that I just haven't seen yet. What happens if I stare at this guy for just a little while? Try to see what's in the darkness there. Will he comment on that or anything? Also, whenever I stare at this guy for too long, I keep imagining that I'm seeing things out of the corners of my eye, but it's just all of these dust particles floating in the air. Yeah, I think...
Wait. Turn around. Go back. Stop that.
What?
Go look at him again.
Oh, right. I need to share the, I need to actually share the game with you, don't I?
That too. But if you look at him from over there by the table, I thought I saw something.
From the table.
Yeah, that table where the plant is. Yeah.
Look at him from the table. Like right here,
Yeah.
this spot.
Right here. Uh-huh. If you look carefully, there's a shiny thing up and to the left of his eye.
Wait, yeah, I can barely see it. I don't know if that's like...
Is that a horn?
Oh my god, you're right. I think that's...
Because it moves with his head.
I think that's part of him.
Yeah, and he's got a little bit of hair, like, above his eyes. Just barely make that out.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, that combined with one effect that we saw in the rulebook, I think I know where this is going now.
Huh.
Also, there are some icons here we haven't seen yet.
So there are.
You encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the traitor that the old trapper had mentioned. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings.
Do you mind if I examine these pelts of yours? Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time.
Mantis.
Hey, we got a beaver here. An alpha that we can add to the deck. We didn't have that before. That's something we got in the last one. Off of the pack mule, and it turned out to not be a bad idea. Having a decent combination of bone cards and blood cards should be pretty good for us. So yeah, I think having the alpha here is a good idea. Oh, wolf pelts too? Exquisite. Oh, and these ones have modifiers on them. So, this wolf cub is also a bone lord. This bullfrog is also stinky, that kind of thing. Now, this is what I was curious about during our first run, and this is what I'm really, really curious about now. Because this bat has the fledgling modifier here. What would have happened if we gave that to the stoat? Because a card bearing the sigil will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board. What does the stoat turn into if it's a fledgling?
A dire stoat.
Just a bigger stoat, pretty much.
I mean, I'd like to see him find out. Can you do that?
I mean, it's a bat, and that's also for bones. I'm curious, because a flying creature becoming something bigger and more badass and costing bones, no less, that's pretty good. That's pretty freaking good. I was thinking either that or the beehive because of its effect. The bees within thing, because it's also got loose tail in this case. So it would be struck. Oh, but it's only when it's struck. Gotcha. So I want to be getting a stupid amount of bees out of that no matter what happens. But we've also got this. By the way, hello, it's Crash. Thank you for that. We actually have been doing a lot more tabletop recently, so I've had Skype open more often than not. Sometimes that still gets me.
Ah, but it's only truly amusing when you actually go and check your Skype. Oh, that is his name. Hello, it's Crash.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say hello to you, too. Glad you had a recently good game, buddy. You deserve it. Sad that the team that's worked on has been moved over to Call of Duty, but yeah, that's Activision for you.
It's their only good game. And I use the term good very loosely.
I wonder if it's worth going for the GOAT. Also, that's really interesting how part of the thing that glows on this is the mark on its forehead.
Yeah. I like how the nose glows on the bat.
Is that its nose or is that its mouth? Because I think those are fangs there.
Let me see. Let's make this big.
I think I'll take the bat, honestly. These pelts are most excellent. My thanks.
What is he wearing?
A mask representing the character he's portraying at the moment. Alright, so what is this? I need to understand this symbol on the map.
X marks the spot.
You came across some familiar stones, but there was something different. You intuited that the fate of the creature selected for this would not be pleasant.
No way. Oh. Oh, that is an interesting face.
What is that?
That is the stink bug. Just completely wigged out by the decision that we might choose them for this.
Let's choose a non-sentient card for this, shall we?
Yeah. What is the least useful thing in our deck right now? Oh, Jesus!
What?
Oh.
Did someone...
Hello, hello, it's Crash subscribed with Prime.
Okay. I was like, what? What just happened? I didn't hear anything.
Oh, my heart. And I'm never going to turn it down because people seem to enjoy it whenever that scares me.
Well, it is pretty funny. It's always more entertaining when it's not you jumping and hitting your head on the ceiling, you know?
Maybe I should be playing some more, like, strictly horror-themed games for Halloween this year then, eh?
Perhaps. And of course, with me along for the ride, I'll probably jump just as high, so...
You know what? Just to see what it does. I'll send the opossum to this.
You callously slaughtered the opossum. However, the Bone Lord was pleased by your sacrifice. A minor boon of the Bone Lord. You will start each battle with 1 extra bone.
So that's what that is. That's how we get that one. I see.
You shook off the viscera of the poor opossum and carried onwards.
This is a pretty good deck, but at the same time, I've never done a fight in the wetlands before. I don't know what type of creatures he's going to bring to bear against me, let alone empowered versions. We've still got a bunch of items to work with here, but... Okay, we might as well do this sooner rather than later. I want to understand if we're going to get any special rewards by doing this. Besides, we've got an extra life.
May as well.
Look, there's a third talking card somewhere around here. Personally, I hate the guy. Biggest killjoy ever. But he's the only one of us with a plan to get things back to normal.
So check this out. I can just play with
He's
my...
in the clock.
I can play with my bone tokens anytime I want. I bet he's in the clock too. It's just we have no time. We have no idea what time to set it to yet. I'm gonna go and eat food. I shall return. Food in quotation marks. Man, do I get that? I totally understand.
I have also eaten the quotation food. It's a food that you don't really want to eat, but you need the nutrition.
I've been trying to be a lot better about that lately. Life is a lot happier when I have, like, home-cooked meals. And I've talked about this previously, but it's actually way easier to do than I used to think.
Crockpot.
The Crockpot's a good one. Another one that really stands out to me is spaghetti. Because I found out if you buy the Great Value brand, you'll end up with... It'll be 89 cents for the noodles and $2 for the jar of marinara. And you only need half of that jar to make spaghetti proper. Like, that's dinner for 4 days for only $3, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll use some of these. I think I'll use a strategically placed wolf here to break this chain of command he's trying to build with these alphas. I'll put the stink bug out there as well, so that this one doesn't have as much attack power to work with. Oh, the bullfrog won't even do any damage to the stink bug if I put him there. Gotcha, bitch. I can play. Man, I wish I had a quote bot set up, because that's a good one, Swirl.
Mm-hmm.
Look how this thing goes slightly left every time I flip it. I wonder if it's possible to get it on top of the book.
Are you gonna lesser dog it?
Can I hit it again while it's in the air? No, I don't think I can. They won't let me do that. I understand why, too. They don't want it to, They don't want you to lose it completely. Oh, shoot. Right, it's got the boost all... Well, I fudged that one. Fudged that one pretty bad.
Not yet lost.
Not yet, no. Oh, that's a rattler. Oh, this was a mistake. Keep me alive. I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try my hardest.
Alpha?
Ugh.
Enough, he says.
Well, this didn't go the way I wanted it to. Oh, this definitely did not go the way I wanted it to. All it took was one wrong calculation on my part, and everything blew up. Now he's got a full board, and there's nothing I can do about any of it. I mean, there are some things, but I disagree with the notion that sacrifices must be made. God, this was a rough round. So I got rid of that alpha finally. That sucked. Hey, Dark Lord, how you doing tonight? Well, now I'm not even going to get smoke when I go to a boss fight, if I reach the boss fight. I have the most exquisite pelts. I think we actually have... Version's free. I think we actually have enough now for... Yeah, we do! The golden pelt is mine. If we survive the next boss fight, we'll be able to get a badass creature out of it. We have enough for another rabbit pelt, too, but I don't think... My deck's getting a little bloated now. If I take too many. How appreciated.
You know, you see it's a sheep pelt, yes?
Yes. The golden fleece, the golden sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Another mythological reference here. Right. I'm gonna get one of my creatures to be a little stronger. Group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire. There's room for a creature around the fire, one said. The warmth will enhance its health, said another. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. What are they holding? Are those umbrellas? Is it raining around here?
They look like umbrellas.
Pick something else.
Unless... Pick something else, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't want to do this for some reason. A 2/3 for 4 bones is not bad. That would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Also keeping this battle, well, if we're going to do that, we might as well give it to the thing with flight and an extra ability. Or do we make things generally stronger so that no matter what we draw, we're still stronger? We're in a better position than we would be. Pretty good playing Deep Rock Galactic till my friend starts streaming Vermintide 2, at which point I will carry him through it. Deep Rock Galactic is such a good game. I would highly recommend it to every single person.
The health of the coyote was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew.
Boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Mini boss, whatever.
What are we dealing with already? A kingfisher. 1 attack and 1 health, but it's both,
Flying
and it submerges itself. So that's 2 damage every turn that we do not have the tools to be able to deal with. Although, if we place this skink on the field right there, not only will we intercept the first one, force it to attack a tail for a little bit, but we'll kill the second one. At least I think that's how this works. If not, well, at least we'll have things to be able to sacrifice to bring out a coyote on the field. Or a wolf, sorry. Right. I don't know if I want to sacrifice the tail, though, is the only thing.
tail.
Yeah. The skink
skink tail.
Yeah, the skink got hit, and now it left behind a tail. And look, it's even missing it in the picture now, so it does lose that ability after it uses it once.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have multiple tails. Although it is possible for skinks and geckos to grow multiple tails.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird looking. So what's an alpha? Do you know?
The alpha is like the alpha of a wolf pack, which, that scientific concept has been disproven before, but it's helping me in this game, so I'm not going to question it. Basically, this effect is creatures adjacent to a card bearing this sigil gain 1 power. We saw the Prospector use this before, and it's not a bad ability, all things considered, but we don't have the bones for it, so... How about we get rid of his coyote by sacrificing the tail and a squirrel. Now we've only got 4. Once the skink dies, we'll have enough to be able to play. Okay, we're actually out-damaging him right now. So we should start looking into ways to keep it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I put this here? That'd be kind of a cheeky move, wouldn't it? We wouldn't be getting the most effect out of this creature, but... extra attack is extra attack.
This is true.
We've almost won this fight off of that, too. And why not? 1 more damage just for the road. You sure? Absolutely. Nice. That went about as smoothly as we could have possibly hoped. Man, I love Halloween events in video games. It just seems to be the season where everybody's creative juices get flowing. I don't know what it is about the holidays, about this particular holiday, but it seems to be everybody's favorite next to Christmas.
Free candy, licensed to scare the crap out of anyone with no repercussions, except maybe getting punched, and dress up however you want with no judgment? What's not to love?
All right, fair enough. I kind of see it. What do I'm trying to have a good mana curve in this game, if that makes any sense. I want a lot of creatures with varied and balanced costs. We've got a handful of ones that only cost 1 blood. I think that's our most common right now. I think aiming for something that costs 2 would probably be our better choice right now. And it's another wolf. Not bad. Not bad at all. But who are we going to warm by the fire is the next question. Another +2 health. Stop this. Wolf. Got a better coyote. Now, how about we bump up the power of that bat like we talked about before? We actually have not drawn Child 13 yet. We've not been able to take advantage of that ability up to this point.
Survivors were right about the flames. They had enhanced the creature's health. Spotting a few of the survivors drooling, you made a hasty retreat with your bat.
Oh, we've even got another campfire coming up. Hey, it landed right on its side. Nice. Look at that. All right, 2 kingfishers coming in and a coyote. Do I have anything that can survive taking 2 damage? No, sadly. But we have Child 13 here. So we can play that in the free spot. And we'll actually have enough resources to play that bullfrog and stop one of the kingfishers from attacking. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. Hey, look. Look what just happened. Child 13 just got a little more badass. After
what did you do?
I spent it once to try and put something on the field, and it got strunk.
Oh.
So this is a creature where every time you sacrifice it, it gets more powerful. That's interesting. Ooh, I like that.
Me too.
Okay, now what? I need a squirrel. I need a squirrel on the field so I can play a wolf and get rid of that coyote. So let's get the bullfrog out of here. Oh, I didn't actually want to do that. Let's sacrifice Child 13 again and see if it gets even more powerful. No, it swaps between the 2 modes. Okay. So it has 2 different forms depending on what you do with it. Gotcha. Okay. Another skink, huh? Oh, this is going to end the turn. And with 1 extra damage to boot. Cool. This run is going shockingly well, but I don't want to open my mouth because I have no idea how this boss coming up works. This is probably going to be a play the level to learn the level to beat the level type of situation.
The Fervent Mantis. Its prying claws strike both to the left and right. The Industrious Beaver. When played, it constructs dams adjacent to it.
It's okay. How do the dams work again?
They're damage shields.
Yeah, 0 power, 2 health. Which, that's a stalling tactic more than anything. For 2 blood, though? I don't know about that. If I have to take something, I kind of want to take the Mantis because that opens some interesting strategic possibilities. Because it attacks the spaces across from it, not the one in front of it. So it can fight things without retaliation. I feel like I could get some cheeky strategies out of that. Especially if this fire will let me improve its attack power. Nope. Choose wisely. Why does the stink bug look so weird? What did I do to make him like that? I wonder. Yeah, I like the possibilities this opens up with the Mantis. Get it.
Enhanced its power. You suspected the intentions of the survivors were less than pure. With your Mantis in tow, you retreated into the woods.
Hey, wait a minute.
What's up?
You found a mantis in the middle of snow-covered woods?
No, in the middle of wetlands.
Oh, right.
Which, now that I get a better look at this icon, looks like we're dealing with a fisherman.
Ah.
A foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seize. A hulking man sat by a brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I'm the angler. Go fish.
Lucky draw. What do we got here? Kingfisher. Okay. Ooh. Man, we don't have enough bones for that bat, but... God, I love these forever living cards. They're so good. Especially this one. Don't tell me that was a bad play. We've got 3 damage right off the bat on this guy, and he's only going to retaliate with 1.
Which fish? Hard choose.
Oh no! Oh no! He's got a hook. He's going to steal my child 13 here soon. Oh no! Wait, we're still gonna manage to knock him out this turn.
Ooh, that itches.
Okay.
I did not expect it to itch.
We get 1 of his lives. I think that delayed his hook.
Go fish.
What are these? Bait buckets. 1
Otherwise known as
health.
chum.
What happens when I break those? Am I gonna have to deal with sharks or lurkers or catfish or something like that? Alright, well, we got a wolf at the very least. I got a bad feeling all of a sudden. Oh! Oh no! Oh, that's a problem. That is what we call in the business a definite issue.
Mm-hmm.
That is 4 damage coming my way every single turn if I don't do something about it. I want the child to stay alive. So how's about we put a skink in that spot? And that's 4 bones! Time for the bat.
Da-da-da!
Got him. We stomped him flat and ate his hat before he even built up any momentum.
Nice!
Let me relight your candles. Very well. You may choose a rare card.
What do we got this time?
A largely unimpressive specimen.
Strange larva, huh? What does that grow into, I wonder? There's the Gek again. And another child. I don't think we need more than one. But I am curious what this larva does if it lives. Would Child 13 have had attack on both forms if you buffed it? And would it buff its alt form? I wonder. I wondered about that too. About maybe giving it more survivability and ability to attack on its own. But at the same time, man, this thing is good. It's really good. And what happens if I draw both of them right at the start? I can just I can place down the squirrel. I can sacrifice the squirrel for a child. Then I can sacrifice that child for the other child. Have a 2/1 flyer in the air, turn 1. And, like, both of them become sacrifice engines for things like wolves and grizzlies. The possibilities are, as they say, very strong. But I was so impressed by the child, I want to know what the larva does. Like, I want to understand all of these cards. I will experiment with the Gek on another run, because this one's looking really good. I have a feeling the Gek gets super buffed by fires or something like that. If you give it sigils and whatnot, it starts getting really, really strong.
You considered one of the angler's catches as a meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Dinner would have to wait.
I don't like talking about eating. Especially considering what the original proof of concept was, that twist at the end.
Yuck.
Let me see. A frigid gust of wind billowed, unwelcome, into your lungs. The beauty of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones.
This is how I feel about snow every single time it happens where I live. It's pretty. I don't want to be in it.
You had ascended to the snow line.
All right, time to see what this golden fleece does for us. Show me some exquisite pelts. Hair pelts. What's this then? Ooh, a magpie. We know what that does. Oh, what? Oh, what? I'm sorry. You want to run that name by me again? The value equal to... Wait, I think the strength of this card is equal to the number of cards I have in my hand. So it's really,
Card counter. The value represented...
The value
will
represented here is equal to the
correspond-
number of cards in your hand. It makes sense now.
Yeah,
I get what that picture means.
The value represented will be equal to the number of cards in your hand.
But I tend to play a
Also-
lot of cards, I've noticed, is the only problem. I don't usually have a lot that I'm stockpiling, nor do I have a draw engine to really boost that up either. I think the magpie might actually be better, because then I can just draw anything I need right out of my deck when I need it. Like if I need a child, if I need a grizzly, if I need a wolf, whatever. Although it is 2 blood. That's a steep cost. What is the point of this thing? 1 blood for a 0/1 creature? It doesn't even have a sigil on it. I'll take the magpie. I don't think I want to put that in my deck. Just a sneaking suspicion says that that is a bad idea. Nice, Dark Lord. Is that Golden Pelt? Magnificent. She gives me a rare card for it. What are these?
Well, that's an amoeba.
Yeah, and it can be just about anything for only 2 bones. Hey, remember that item that was called the Failure?
Yeah.
It was in the bottle and it doesn't do anything.
You
This
think it
looks-
was a failed amoeba?
It looks strikingly similar to this creature, doesn't it?
It does.
The Douse. Bellist. When a card bearing
I
this
just-
sigil is
hold up.
played. What?
Dark Lord. I just fell down a hill and caught a ledge and mantled up, preventing fall damage. My heart is racing.
He was talking about Vermintide 2 earlier, so I assume that's what that's all about.
What is Vermintide again?
Vermintide is think
Not
like
Warhammer?
yes, Warhammer. Think like a
Okay.
gameplay wise, think of it like a high fantasy Left 4 Dead.
That sounds intriguing, but also. Oh, you're still playing Deep Rock?
Oh, okay. You know what? If they're just giving it to me, I think I'll take the Gek. I want to figure out what this thing does. Right, okay. We've got another altar here, and we don't need the items, so let's see what we don't need in this deck. Please, no. Do what you must. Skink. I think we've got 3 wolves in this deck, right? We don't need another one.
No.
Alright, let's do it. We got another minor boon. So that's 2 bone tokens that we start every round with. How much stronger does it need to be? That was a wolf. We don't get the major boon yet? Or is that something that'll... like, do we have to give it a grizzly or something like that? I wonder. 2. Okay, what's coming down the road? A mole and a moose buck. The end of the... Bearing the sigil will move the direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. That thing is 3 health and 3 attack and 7 health. The Burrower. When an empty space would be struck, a card bearing the sigil will move to that space to receive the strike instead. We need something that can live a little longer to stay in there and stop that thing from doing a bunch of damage to us. I wonder if the skink can't move, if the tail will still spawn. Or should I just go straight into the larva and see what it turns into?
Strange larva seems interesting. Definitely curious.
I'll try playing this first. I'm probably gonna regret
before
this. Ah, so it does move in another direction. Okay. Instead of going to the right, it goes to the left if it had that ability on it. Gotcha.
Is that a moose duck?
Hmm?
Oh, moose buck. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a full moose, which I understand why it has those stats because mooses are like...
Moose are, for reference, as large as a horse. Like, when you are sitting on top of a horse, you are about eye level with a moose. They're huge. They've got big antlers that can absolutely just disembowel you if it gets a good hit in. And on top of that, they weigh about a ton. Or, wait, no, about half a ton. And, yeah, if one of those steps on you, you're looking at a broken foot at the very least.
Well, there's our Gek. If nothing else, it... Oh, I never noticed this. The Gek has no cost. It's basically like a squirrel that has a creature type attached to it. It doesn't do us much good here, though. I think I just have to throw it out there, because I need to do something about this moose to keep myself from taking 3 damage. Or do I just grin and bear it for a turn so I can put my wolf out there and maybe counteract it, the damage it's doing to me? Oh, I'm gonna eat that.
Ooh, what are you gonna eat?
Ooh, ooh, oh, I'm so glad I protected that. Oh,
That's Mothman!
I'm so sad Ice Cold Koopa isn't here.
I was just thinking that, because that's his dad!
Yeah, it's his dad's in this game. I didn't know.
Here, let me clip that so I can send it to him.
Oh, good stuff. You have to keep it alive for 2 turns, but that is a 7-attack flyer. I would not have put that in the game, but I'm glad it's here. Holy crap.
It's not letting me clip for some reason.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear
Someone
that.
want to clip that for me?
Also, you had a very Valley Girl kind of sound to your voice there. It's not letting me clip for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm definitely going to take bone cards at this rate. Ooh.
The pernicious vulture, the tyrant of the skies.
Oh, man. What a run this has been so far. How far can we take this?
Lit the starving faces of a group of survivors.
We have not food, one said. But perhaps one of your creatures will join us? Enhance its power? Said another. Nope, nope, nope. Enhance its power. What do we do that to? What do we give it to? Wolf, coyote, skink. There's our child. I was curious about this. Okay. The Gek. I am very curious if the child, it could be very, very good on the child, but the Gek is also just a free creature. It might not just be like a sacrifice fodder if we keep putting bonuses into it, but then again, it might also be. Oh, man. But the strange larva, too. If we give that to it, it would be an 8/3 flyer. So many decisions here, and it feels like none of them are the right one. The larva would still be attacking, though. That would give it a way to actually still fight and do damage while it's on the field, because I always want to play this thing, I've realized. Yeah. Definitely.
The power of the strange larva was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivor... Okay.
We're so close. We're so close. I can feel it in my bones. I want victory so badly. We got the larva right away. Oh, man, we've got a weird field this time around. Because there's a turkey vulture right there immediately.
Gobble, gobble.
Even with the stink bug's effect, it would still kill him. I think... Is there a clue in this guy's face? Is there something I'm supposed to interpret from this? What do I do about that? I want to put out the larva as soon as possible. I really do. There is no but. That's the answer to this problem. And, like, the mole will be tricked into walking onto his space, too. So that'll just eat up a spot.
Huh.
And next turn we draw a squirrel so that we can put the bullfrog down there and just stall out that vulture. Raven egg. Oh no. Oh, this guy's just all flyers all the time, it seems.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's an issue. If I don't start doing, like, I gotta block that vulture hit. If I don't, it's over right now. Well, at the very least, I can place down the stink bug and neutralize that sparrow for now. Oh, I blocked the sparrow outright from hitting the field. Cool. Cracking!
Ahem. Smashing!
Yeah, smashing.
I could never do its voice. I love that show. I miss that show. I can't find it anywhere.
Eliza, look, I'm in Smash Brothers. Ah. Okay, I've only got 3 bones, but at this rate, I think we've got this well and truly won. Mothman comes through again. He did it. He's our boy. He's our hero. What a champion. That card is so good.
The ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it. The regal moose. The creatures of the wild make way for it.
That's a 3 cost, too. Move in the direction inscribed. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. I'm not sure who of these I want.
Moose is tanky,
Yeah, but...
but also 3.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thinking. The porcupine might not be a bad idea, because I can punish those swimmers, finally. That's how you fight them. Like, they attack the porcupine, but they take damage in turn. It's the only way you can hit them.
Yes.
Alright, we can add health to one of these. Who wants some HP? Do I just keep pumping it all into the larva? Because if I give it that to him, he'll be a little hardier and he might survive to adulthood more often, even if he gets targeted.
That's not a bad idea.
Because once he grows up, it's pretty much over. I think I need to do what I have to do to get him to that point in the first place. Okay. Me again. What do we got? Another freaking vulture. Okay. Okay, now hear me out. Okay. What do I do here?
Well, first you put down child.
Well, yeah. But where is the question? Probably in that spot with the mole. And then
Probably.
I can place the mantis here so that he can attack both an open space and the vulture without getting hit back. Right?
Right.
I don't want to put out the stoat just yet, because if I sacrifice the child twice, he won't be a flyer anymore.
Wait. What was that thing that just crawled on the...
It looked like It looked like a bug or a cockroach or something, yeah. I tried clicking on it last time it did that. It didn't do anything.
Curious.
Okay.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Oh, I just beat him outright. That's a way to win a fight in one turn.
That was redonkulous.
Mantis is a little stronger than I gave him credit for.
Well, he hits twice.
Well, if the spots are open, yeah. Skunk, grizzly,
A nascent raven. It is no less conniving in its incubation.
So that's a way to get another flyer on the field if it survives, and for only 1 blood as opposed to the 2 that a normal raven would cost us. It becomes a 2/3 when it grows up. You think that's the way to go?
Indeed.
All right.
Either that or do -1 power and then summon something else, but...
Is
I
this
think...
Is this a pirate up here?
Where?
Or a robber or something? The boss that we're gonna fight.
Let me make it big and take a look. I'm not sure. It's got 2 knives and some kind of thing on its head, but...
Yeah, I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but we'll find out after the campfire trip here.
Well, it's not off the top of your head, it's on top of his.
Alright. What do we give the extra attack power to?
I don't know. But this kitty needs to use the litter box. I shall return shortly.
Okay. Do we do the mantis again? Because that worked out real well for us last time. Never underestimate what these like multiple attacks can do. That's dumb. That's real freaking dumb. Child? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. That might also be a good idea. Especially if we... Well, the problem with the child strategy is we have to draw him on the first turn. He enables so much shenanigans. Do we make him hit harder? Or do we go for the mantis and hope for an early victory as fast as possible? Again, it feels like there's no right decision. At this point, our strategy is just to blitz as much as possible, and I've boosted everything else already. Let's account for every single hand we could get. Increase our odds. Let's go.
A man stood before you. A man you recognized immediately. It was the trapper. You reached out to examine his wares, but he stopped you. Sorry, but today you will supply the pelts.
I see. Strange frog? Leaping trap. Card bearing the sigil perishes. The creature opposing it perishes as well. A pelt is created in your hand. I see. 3 damage. But it'll also take 1. It'll survive long enough, and we'll get some bones out of this, too. 1 for the porcupine, 1 for our actual bullfrog. Oh, man, I wish we had something stronger to spend all of this blood on. Oh, I don't like that sound. That's the sound of somebody like...
What?
Hey, guess who we're fighting? It's the trapper who's been selling us pelts up to this point.
Oh. So that was a trap over his head.
Mm-hmm. Look what he's dealing with. Strange frog, leaping trap, which this'll stop a flyer, and whatever kills it also gets killed.
Interesting.
But a pelt is created in our hand when that thing goes down.
Strange frog.
Yeah.
That's
So look at this. We have the smoke, because we didn't lose a life up to this point. We've got a squirrel, and we've got the gek. We have 3 blood to work with, but some pretty mediocre creatures to spend it all on.
Yeah.
I think we start trying to kill one of these frogs. Yeah. Let's build up some bones. Because we gotta put something on the field. Push comes to shove, I can just sacrifice it later. Okay, if I put that down, it'll hit him, he'll hit back, and then he'll hit again. See, I think it's worth doing that. Oh, this drives me nuts. It's a sort of sickening sound, that knife going across a pelt. Because if you listen closely to the music, you can hear it every now and again. A thorny rebuke. A coyote! We can get through his traps eventually here. Seems when a strange frog dies, it leaves a trap in its wake. Our hand is just gonna get filled with nonsense at this rate. We gotta clear his field of all of his gimmicks. Damn. But hey, we've got a fully open slot there, so if we can get something nice to put there, that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. I actually kind of don't want to get rid of those traps because we're dominating this left lane right now, and he can't play anything else until that's clear. So you know what? I think I'm gonna sacrifice... I wish I had a mantis right now so I could clear that trap, and the coyote could just keep attacking. No, the mantis is more valuable, isn't he? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah, let's keep that lane at least blocked up so he can't get his bullfrog out there. The less creatures he has, the better. Scales are back in my favor for now. An elk. Already? Just filling up my hand with crap.
It's not fresh, is it?
Yes. That is exactly what we needed right now. Unfortunately, we're going to lose our wolf, but... An elder bat. Now he's a 3/5 flyer.
Nice.
Come on, give me something good here. A raven egg. Okay. Next turn, whatever he does, we'll be able to draw a squirrel and place an egg down on the field. 1 life down. Okay. What's your gimmick? What happens now? Whoa! Too fast. Too soon.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god! What? What in the... He literally... What? What? Casting Zodia? That's called
What?
getting... He just filled the field with, like, interceptor bears. I can't... Oh.
That's just cheating.
Need more pelts.
What do the pelts do?
I can place them on the field. I think I can sacrifice them for blood. I don't know. I can try to stall them out. Maybe. Too fast, too soon, he said.
Hey there, Coops. Didn't see ya. So, did you get that clip I sent you? Found your dad.
Hold on a second. Man, I wasn't gonna use these, but...
Wait. How does interceptor work?
Interceptor means anything that's flying...
Just pull out a tooth?
Yes, we did. I think it's the only way we're gonna win this, is we have to use these items.
What does the knife do?
The knife, if I recall correctly, the knife lets us chop off a finger.
The shears take a hand, though, right?
No, the shears cut up a card, if I recall, if I remember.
Those are scissors.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't see anything else like that that let you hurt yourself to gain points. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? I forget what's in my deck. I forget what's in my deck! Is there something that can help us with this? I don't remember. I want to get out of this! I want to be able to beat this! The bat will actually survive, and I think he'll kill a grizzly. But will he just put in another behind him? Your wolf pelt can't be sacrificed.
Of course not. There's no blood.
Unfortunately. I hate them about to do this. Ah! Got him! That actually did it! Need a light. Your reward? Canine, hooved, reptilian, feathered, insectoid, the amalgam is all. The prudent pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack.
Yeah, there's popcorn.
And another Gek. I'll take the pack rat, because I am out of items now. What happens now?
Believe it or not, you're not the first to lose an eye here. This isn't much fun if you're half blind. Perhaps you'd like to replace it?
Oh. Ugh.
Better. Regardless, the choice is final.
We did it! With the enigmatic trapper and traitor now bleeding into the snow, you persisted. You're breathing into your mic again. Please stop.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You could see a light in the distance. The end is near. Let me think.
Hey! That looks familiar.
Yes, it does. Oh, man. The end is near. We actually did it on our second run. Our second ever run, not counting the demo. Okay, do we want to pass an ability off to anything else in our deck? Or do we want to fill up our bag with items?
Items.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, items are good. Items are good.
When did his eyes turn red?
Back when he decided that it was too soon for us to beat the trapper.
Ah.
I wonder if you cleared all the traps, he wouldn't bury you to death. I wonder too. Or if it's just one of those things like, I need to progress further in the story before I'm supposed to do this. The knife saved me once before, but I wonder what happens if I use it again. The choice is final, he said. I'm worried about that. And I'll take the bottled squirrel. All right. Here we go.
Your eyes affix themselves on the small cabin. Its warm light a beacon in the oppressive darkness of the night. Surely this cabin marked the end of your travails.
I can hear you typing.
Weaving a tale of my own.
What's going on? What? Oh, shit! Holy crap, that scared me. Hang on a second. That was a notification from chat, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, it was. Congratulations.
God damn it. Oh, yeah, look at this. I'm controlling this the same way that I control myself in the cabin. What? What?
Steps away from the strange cabin, you were presented with an opportunity. I don't offer my boons to just any traveler. If you were able to pass my trials, you will be rewarded mightily. The trial of the Finned. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with a waterborne sigil. The trial of the Ring. If you have a ring, you pass automatically. The trial of Rarity. The 3 drawn cards must include a rare card.
I have plenty of rare cards in my deck, and I don't believe I have a ring.
You do not. And if you did, didn't you already cut off a finger?
I did not. I cut out an eye. That's the one that won me that battle instantly, and that's why I was hesitant to take the knife again.
Let the trial of Rarity begin.
There it is! The larva and the pack rat.
Strange Larva is a rare card. Success.
Victory.
Nice. Nice timing.
I will grant you one of my most powerful boons. Cards that dramatically alter the game, and you don't even need to draw them. The boon of the forest. You will start a battle with grand furs on all of your spaces. The boon of the ambidextrous. You may draw twice at the beginning of your turn. The boon of the Bone Lord. You will start a battle with 8 bones.
I'm thinking ambidextrous, because that lets me draw from the deck, or it lets me draw from the deck and draw a squirrel, or draw 2 squirrels, whatever I need at any given time. Like, that is just a straight upgrade in any situation.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's card advantage, exactly what Dark Lord said. You ever read Symmetry, the creepypasta? I have not, but I've heard that name before. I know it's one of the more famous ones. Yes, I'll take that one.
We will repeat that once more. The Trial of Skins. The 3 drawn cards must include a pelt. The Trial of the Winged. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with the Airborne sigil. The Trial of the Swift. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with the Sprinter sigil.
I don't think I can fulfill any of these. I have 2 pelts in my deck, but the odds of me drawing one are very low. And I don't think I have enough flyers. I know I don't have any sprinters. I have to go for the pelts. It's the best odds.
Let the Trial of Skins begin.
Ah!
Not a single pelt card. Failure.
So what happens now? Are you the one doing that, by the way?
Me? No. I'm over here eating popcorn.
Somebody is right on top of that.
If I had to guess, probably Coops.
It's Dark
But,
Lord. I didn't realize there was that little latency.
You managed to get a boon. This may be a fair competition.
Wait, we're walking into the cabin.
You took
What?
your time out there, and I'm itching for another game. Are you ready to play?
So I guess it's not a horn after all, but it doesn't make his appearance any less grotesque.
I hope
He's
you're
a tree man.
I hope you're adequately prepared. Perhaps one more to be safe.
He's got 3 candles this time.
Oh boy.
2. All right. He's got a mole man on the field. Mantis God. That thing can hit 3 spaces at once. Okay. Okay, we're gonna need to pull out all the stops here. Every single stop needs to be pulled. 1. That thing will kill the mantis instantly if I try to do that. But he's blocking all of the spaces that I could place him. Is oh no busted? I don't know. Hang on, it might be? Hang on, let me try.
Oh no!
No, that one worked. I just heard it. Finally fired off there. Just took a little while, I guess. Okay. Okay. So here's what we need to do, I think. We need to put down the smoke and the squirrel, and we need to get the magpie on the field so that we can start... I need to get the magpie out in the field so that I can bust out my squirrel and put Child 13 in this space. Then I need to sacrifice it for something like the worker ant. The worker ant is going to be in this spot because it can take a hit and then kill the mantis god. Then once that's dead, I can start working on putting my own mantis right here. That's my plan for the next couple turns. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if I understand this game well enough.
I think you've got this. And if you don't, I've got my popcorn and a drink, and I can enjoy the show.
Okay. Bagrat, where are you? Where's the child? There you are. Oh, my boy. My beautiful baby boy. There you are. Papa Squirrel. It's time to get awesome. Let's go! Okay, the worker ant will kill the mantis. And then... yeah, I need to draw a squirrel this turn. And then I can draw from the other deck, too, and start building up an offensive.
Nice.
Nice top deck. I didn't even need the third guy. I don't even know what's up with the clock, but we didn't need it.
That remains to be seen.
Here we go. He's got the prospector mask on right now. What does that mean?
Means he's gonna act like the prospector?
No! He's killing all... No! Oh! My child! He killed my baby!
You have no idea how weird that sounds.
Ant's Queen.
Ooh.
That doesn't help me right now. Well, I need to put something on the field. I'm 1 point away from extinguishing one of his lives. Okay, let's get a squirrel out here. Yep. Okay. 1 down.
You capably endured the onslaught of rare creatures, but the true challenge was forthcoming. Shadowy figures appeared before you. In their eyes glimmered a recognition of kinship, but colored by guilt. They were betraying you. I remember that one fondly.
Squirrel. We get something else from the deck? A turkey vulture! I can fly right over his defenses, but I really want to kill that amalgam. I just need to block that thing, and this thing is too hardy to sacrifice. Oh, man. That'd be 3 damage. Plus the... I don't want to fly the stoat yet. I don't want to put him up in the air quite yet. I kind of just want Reginald here to annihilate that gold nugget so I have more space. Is he wearing a mask right now? No. I also need to kill that guy as soon as possible once he's down on the field. I think for now we just throw down the squirrel and wait. We can't do much with the field we've got right now, so we just have to play it out.
Stale fish. Hard chews.
Right. He's gonna steal my stoat here soon.
Uh-oh. Reginald? Huh.
And also look behind that. That's the one I made right there.
You know what that means.
I'm glad yeah, it's all of the people who previously tried to play this game and failed.
Mm-hmm.
Except I beat him so quickly, it's not even filled with cards that I made. It had to pre-generate some.
Interesting.
There's not really a good place to put my ant queen or my turkey vulture right now.
Not yet.
4 damage from these guys. My stoat's gonna disappear here soon. That gold nugget is a problem. I need to clear some of this field right now. Next day to play is Wednesday. Looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to that. I need to draw something good out of this deck. A pack rat. That'd give me an item. Sacrifice the stoat so that he doesn't get taken away by this guy. And then, yeah, let's sacrifice him and a squirrel. And then put the pack rat on the field in front of Reginald so that he takes some damage. No, Reginald's only doing 1 per turn. We actually want to put it in front of the... No. We gotta kill this guy. He's a problem. Or... no, because the amalgam would do more damage.
Don't look at me. Strategy is not my forte.
Alright.
Fresher fish. Easy chews. New fish. Easy chews.
Pliers. And hey, wait! We can put the turkey vulture down over here. No! Oh, God! Oh, I forgot! He always aims for the one that's just placed on the field. Fudge!
Mine now. Go fish.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks rocks.
I don't know, man. If you're gonna say something sucks really badly, try chestnuts on for size.
What do we do? We need 2 squirrels so that we can place the ant queen. That way we can kill the amalgam. No, wait. I think we're boned.
What is that?
Unless... Ah.
Chestnuts are my favorite if her boobs are big enough, waka waka. Yeah, that's my boyfriend.
What was this thing's attack again? I don't remember now. We're dead. No matter what we do, we're dead.
Dead if you do and dead if you don't.
Because there's too much damage on the field. I was thinking we could block him with the ant queen over here, but the ant she creates requires one sacrifice to put on the field. We can kill the amalgam, but we can't block the damage that's coming in. Ah! We were so close!
Hey! What does that fan that you have do?
It makes everything airborne. That doesn't help us in this situation.
Okay.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I had plenty of opportunities to learn this lesson. He showed it off multiple times. That's how his AI worked. I'm an idiot.
Hey! Stop beating yourself up. Ain't nobody perfect. Everybody's got a crack in their butt.
It took us 3.5 hours to get here.
Yes. And there will be more time another day. It is not the end of things, and you have learned much today.
I was
And
so
you can apply
close.
this knowledge.
I could have beaten on the first actual run. I could have beaten him.
Yes.
I had it.
Could have.
I had it, and I squandered it.
Hey, stop beating yourself up about it, man. Remember, if you're playing a game and you're not having fun, it's time to play something else.
No, I'm having fun. I'm just
No, you're not.
legitimately mad at myself.
If you're legitimately mad at yourself, I question the amount of fun you're having.
What a day.
Ugh, I don't know. I think we learned a lot.
Yeah, way to rub it in, dude.
Now remember, make the card as weak as possible.
Stay there. No need to move. I'm afraid you're not dead. Yet. Hold still. Where did I put that camera of mine? Pathetic. Do you have any idea what that camera is capable of? Give me that.
Yes, we do.
We have a memento to create. Behold, your death card. Shall we begin to ink it?
If you take a picture of him with the camera.
I tried. I mashed the hell out of that left mouse button.
Pity that. I wonder if we had all 3 cards, if we could have done it.
It's power and health, the numbers.
Make it weak.
Which we will extract the sigils. This one's useless.
Mighty leap from the bullfrog. I never did ask your name. One thing now remains. I must capture your visage. Say cheese.
And die.
I know nothing about that movie. I know it exists, but...
It's based off Goosebumps book.
So close, that last one. I doubt you will make it as far. A gift from the angler. You see, he was defeated recently and wishes to redeem himself. It would be unfortunate if you were to fall to the prospector before he was given that chance. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others along the path. Use it wisely. Seems the lowly stink bug has made its way in.
The stoat looks different.
Yeah, he's got a square head.
Are these guys slowly becoming more and more human the more I play? Are they regaining their original features? Returning to who they were?
That's what it looks like, because the stink bug looks much more human than it did initially.
But it is dealt, so it stands.
Alright, I'm being summoned.
I think that's actually a good place to end the stream for tonight, because we only go to 4 hours anyway, and there is no way I have enough time for a full run at this point.
Indeed.
Although, I think I will see what these new symbols are first. Just for the sake of learning. Instead, you must now decide on a tribe that you prefer. Okay. An
Yet
elk,
another.
an insect, or a snake. What do I have in my deck again? The elks are all about moving all over the place. An insect could be ants, and ants are great in numbers, so let's go with that. Nope, it's a cockroach.
Did you wish for something else?
And what is this one?
An ancient woman emerged from behind an oak tree. She carefully laid out intricate wood carvings, then gestured at them brusquely.
You get a totem.
Choose.
The old woman
Bared her teeth in satisfaction. Your first totem was complete. The many lives sigil will now be marked upon all your squirrel cards.
Oh, that's interesting. So they will never die now unless they are
Killed.
killed by an opponent. So I can use them many times over, but they're going to take up space on the field.
Well, at this point, I must take my leave and bow out.
And I think that's a good time to find somebody to raid, honestly.
Well,
Is there anybody live right now that people are interested in? Or anybody live right now that we know?
there's Josh Jepson and Violet Dash in my list.
Let's see here.
I'm sure you have more in yours.
Hang on a second. I think I know somebody.
Oh.
Let's make sure they're not on break first. Okay, yeah, we're good. We've sent raids to this person a couple times before, but I think it's warranted tonight.
Oh.
Let's go with... Send a raid to our old friend and a longtime viewer, actually. Yuri of Wind is live? That's tempting, but we haven't raided Green Power Star in a while, so... And they're also playing Poker Night at the Inventory.
Ooh!
So let's go with that. That's a fun game.
It's
All right,
so
everybody.
fun.
Remember proper raid etiquette. If you are subscribed to me, you have dedicated emotes for this. Only post them once unless they fight back with emote spam of their own, in which case, spam away. Thank you all for joining tonight. Thank you to my co-host. Icicle Sea Cold. And please join us again tomorrow night when we will be, it's not a spooky game, but we will be continuing our journey through Metopia. Until then,
Woohoo!
I'm Whatthefnu.
Icicle Sea Cold.
Later, everybody.